Okay. Hmm? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay. I think we're good, question mark? I think. How focused is the camera? Good question. Good question. Alright. I know what I need to do first. Go airplane mode. But turn on the Wi-Fi. That's what I need to do. I feel like the camera's still kinda... Yeah. It still looks pretty much the same. A bit of a smaller yogurt, but that's just how much that's left, so it is what it is. Not that much smaller, just a little bit. So we got these Ardent challenge things that are kind of annoying. I really had only, like, you blindly went into one of them, I think. But here we are. Some creamy rice, yeah. Except, you know, not shitty rice. But rather based yogurt. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yogurt ain't real, it's just expired ice cream. Is it more expired ice cream or is it more expired milk? I guess I'm not entirely sure which one it's closer. Is it more expired milk or more expired ice cream? I'm pretty sure it's more expired milk than ice cream. I would bet my, I don't know, but if I had to bet, I would bet it's more the milk than the ice cream. Especially considering Dong Tung had once shared a video with me about making yogurt, and like you basically take the last bit of this, some amount, you need some amount of what's in here, and then they combine that with a shitload of milk, and then there was some other steps involved, but it wasn't combining it with ice cream, right? So anyway, I'm a gamer, as you can see. Now, since you roll a lot, couldn't you have done the easy Toto build? Because you only do fixed ones usually, but I mean, if you had the Totos or whatever. Do you have Gojos? I guess that's maybe part of the other part of the question. You do? Wow. So you're just scared. That's what it is. You're just scared. Because I did this with one Gojo, and it's not even the best thing to do. For 2 turns, attack 5 poison. What is the machine, and what does School Seawolf do? Okay. Thing requires too much research. Not, it can, but for you that has everything, probably not very much. Is my guess. Now, have you done any of these things yet? Have you done 8P yet? Because that ends today, so I kind of want to do that. You're missing one. Wait, does the exchange end today? Sort of. Tomorrow. But I should probably do it today. Okay. The equip's kind of good, right? Eh. Situational. You never know. Worth having one of. I can almost make a second one. Hello, Mr. Tongue. From what I remember, the Ardent challenge had a lot of the one run or 2 runs I did of it. I brought in this thing to be healer and then give it a machine equip or whatever. Though I could do School Academy Seawolf instead as a looping shield. Looping heal, yeah. So I did a run with this, but I lost still. I got one-shotted by a thing. I don't know if I got unlucky or what exactly. But it was something. How many skill boosts does the Academy thing have? Because that has a lot, which is why another reason why I liked it. And it was, I think, a lower cooldown. There's only 3 skill boosts and charges by 1. That seems worse. That just seems worse, basically. 4 HP with this one, lower cooldown with this one. Doesn't overwrite the leader damage cap. More skill boost. But we'd probably still use this. I guess part of me was thinking I see an SGT video where he beat this dungeon using a Geno team, though he led with Geno and then had Miku as a assist, or not an assist, a sub. Nothing crazy in here. They don't have a shield loop, so in theory I should also be able to beat this with a shield loop. I don't know, maybe I got unlucky or something, I don't know. Let's see if there is anyone for 8P. I don't really even know what the 8P strat is. I told Vicious that I definitely want to do some when they get here, but let's see if there's anyone in here. How was everyone's Monday? Columbus Day? Oh, and Digital People's Day, I mean. Whoops. Gonna get executed by the internet. Okay. Okay, alright. Which one of you is Alethone? Okay, that worked. Acubins plus Hamal. I don't know if that worked. If that worked. Yeah, that did not work, huh? Well. No, that's not good. That was, I guess, supposed to kill that whole strategy. Now the 8P's back, you wonder about 4P. So I have a random Reddit post from 25 days ago. So I don't know if this is an accurate strat, but it says, gives me some details on what to do. Still beat me, but max combo, max damage. Got him. We got him. I don't even know if it good. Well, it didn't work on the boss. That'll say that. I don't even. Okay, so you do. So it wait. Alcyon is that. News. Well, that was not how I wanted that to move at all, so that's good. Wow, that was... Wow, how does that keep happening? That was terrible. Oh, I didn't get the row. That's... lost points a little bit. I feel like that worked either. Yeah, that did not really work at all. I needed a brick of one of those. Yeah, now I'm completely fucked. So cool. So really awesome dungeon, huh? Great. Oh, because I did the wrong thing, I think. I mean, I think I'm all over the place wrong here, basically. But now I have both of these back up. Yeah, these dark orb are not quite coming together. Not quite coming together. Yeah, shit's doing no damage. I'm dead. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, this, whatever these... I agree, this is... I don't know how you even got... Did you finish the run or no? I didn't even beat the boss that time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really understand what are you even doing? Because I was following this thing that said first turn, do whatever, second turn, 1 row max combo. Oh, I used Hamal on floor 2 by accident. Okay. It's not a guide, it's some random comment from Digity in a random thread, and it's probably out of date and not accurate. That's why I don't really want to even send it. There's also a second thing that he mentions in his link that I didn't look at because time. It's like a speed strat or something. we'll say this burn everything on this strat has not worked out so far, but we will see. Yeah, still does not work. Has not worked a single time, even with a good board. Maybe it's like you need to hit the 6 combos plus a dark brick. Maybe that's the strat. Guess that could be it. Suppose that could be it. Do you get a stone for beating the 8p dungeon the first time, or do you only get a stone from the stuff in the mail after the fact? Like you reached this many EP and whatnot. I didn't really notice the first time I beat the dungeon. That's exactly my point, Ramen, about why it's dumb. And this is why I didn't want to give you the damn notes. That's why I didn't want to give you the damn notes, because now you're winning everything. You damn cheater. You gotta be eating the stone for it. Yeah, that's what I figured, but... This is cheating, this is piggybacking. No, cheating, clearly. Clearly he's a cheater. Well, who knows? Ramen might leave. He might abandon me. Start early to help you out. Right. That didn't kill! Oh, I thought that was gonna kill. I thought that was gonna kill. That's unfortunate. I definitely could have, you know, done better there. You remember Cartoon, you could both just stop on 4-4 and leave it when person gets 80? I don't really get how that would solve the... Ah, fuck you. Alright, we gotta do Pokemon Sleep. I don't get why that would help anything, Vicious. I don't really understand what that helps with at all. Doesn't that just mean we're sitting there, waiting for the time to run out? I mean, I could see why it would maybe make sense if you're using like 2 phones at once or whatever, and doing something else. But if we're just sitting here waiting anyway, I don't really understand why that would matter. Yeah, the floor 5 note says Acumen's Hamal Dark Brick 6 combo. So, yeah, that seems not that likely. Alright, big time lunch. Doing it now instead of waiting until it's a little closer to 6. How many eggs do I got? 18. Oh, yeah. Let's do another Calm Mind. I did not get a crit on the first one. Hoping we could get a crit here. That'd be nice. We did not. Did not. Unfortunate. Even put a bunch of apples in it so that would have a higher chance. Rough. Alright, back to 8p we go. I gotta click through this, but then back to 8p we go. Here we go. Ugh. Hearts and darks to lights. Hearts and darks to lights. Did I do my story? I can't check because you can't leave 8p. Oh, sorry, I had to do Pokemon Sleep thing. Now no one's gonna come back. Feels bad. Feels bad. Cool. Story? I must have done it because I don't see it in there. Inconvenience someone for a minute and 30 seconds in a 10,000 second long stream. I don't actually know how long that would be. I just threw out a number. Be more like cringe B. The last day, people. Just keep telling everyone it's the last day. It's the last day, people. Nah, it's the last day today, people. Definitely today. Totally today. Gaslight him. You keep getting thrown in someone else's? How does that make any sense? What, because I closed the game for a few seconds? I'm blacklisted? I'm ghost shadow banned? What the hell's going on? What, I gotta fucking reset the game? What the hell's happening? Love this game. Love this game. It's the best game. Totally the best. Sir. I feel like last 8P, I was still able to find people even on random days. Not every time, but like I would try a number of times throughout like a random Thursday or Friday or Saturday, and occasionally I would get one. Did not get a single person doing 8P at any point the past week. It's cool, I guess. And before Vicious is like 2 minutes replying to something that happens 2 minutes later. In before? That's crazy. What a stupid game. Never just join someone else. Make me the host for no reason. Oh. Very cool. Very cool. Did you? I mean, you had like probably a full minute to start one before I could join it. Before I joined, I like purposely went to the reward screen. It was maybe more like 45 seconds. Oh my god, we finally got somebody. Finally got somebody. I mean, knowing your delay, you're probably like trying to join after it runs out of time. Yeah, that was slow. What the fuck? The orb just didn't move when I picked it up. That's always very obnoxious and very cool. Yes, this is all going exactly how I was trying to move it for sure. This was terrible. This was terrible. Could have got a red row out of that, but I didn't for some reason. Hey, it actually killed that time. I don't really understand why, but maybe because there was a second dark match. Oops. Well, I imagine that means I'm not getting the number of whatever it's called, like activations of abilities, of awakening bonus point stuff, but whatever. Whatever. As long as we can get the points. Song. It's Ashley's song. Rank 200. Oh, damn. Who has time for girly things like that, after all? This was in Brawl? I don't remember this at all. Yeah, I think it's a you problem, not a me problem. Based on what we're seeing. Oh no, we're toast? I could have got another red match there, which hopefully won't be a problem. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be enough darks. Oh no, it is. I don't think that's going to be enough for kill, though. The song is pretty intense. Dark match there would have been a good idea, huh? Might have been able to kill with a dark match there. Alright, that should kill. Right? No. Wow, okay. Save time, just do the blob. Yeah, so the kill on the boss seems like that doesn't happen very often. So it doesn't seem like a very consistent win, as it were. Well, I'll need to remember to do exchanges during roll time. There's definitely some free rolls to do, that's for sure. I feel like people have said actually spending stones on the thing that's here is not that good, except for that one guy. What's it called? The Zerklia? I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Zerklia, except that one. That one seems good. Hey, it's you. He's made it. Damn, you just have reached 1,100, huh? Nice. Hmm. Not the greatest combo first forward, but there's nothing there, so nothing really there. I think 2 months are gonna have Super Graphics with 12 stones. You get nothing but 6-star GFEs, which will be better. Yeah, that sounds better. Definitely sounds better. Wow. Unfortunately, not enough for 2 bricks, but that was still pretty cool. Those. Okay. Oof, that was bad. Okay. Wish I got that green match in, but also would have rather had this happen after. Come on, what happened to the match on the left? Would have rather had that happen while it wasn't still red. That's for sure. I'm sure the special matching I always don't win because I do the other stuff usually. Although I don't have max damage either, so we'll see. Now that Vicious is in the mix. My special matching. I do keep the combo one, though. I think I win? Yeah, I win. Even if he gets both. Nice. Nice. Vicious, are you joining and then, like, not really, you know, doing the fourth floor or whatever and then AFKing? In order to save yourself some time and whatnot? Or are you actually doing it? It's a good thing to mention, though, the 12 stone thing. I didn't know that was happening, so that's good to know. Join to see the ball. Yeah, that's good. You did it all? You did 2,000 points? God damn. Somehow messed up the blue match at the bottom there. Could have had one more match, so I might not get the combo to start thing. You had to do the story. I mean, you still have a lot of October left, to be fair. Uh-oh, this is not enough for a brick, is it? Oh, it's just barely enough. That was pretty forgiving then. Oh, I don't think this is gonna be good either. Yeah, it's not, I would say. I would say it's not good enough. Maybe the second light match, but I doubt it. We needed a 6 combo there to have a chance. Let's see. Also, a light match would have helped here too, but... Okay, alright, alright. We get a good board here, potentially. I think we're just gonna be 1 orb shy. Oh, that's so brutal. Okay, but... Nope, we're fucked. We're screwed. Nope, that doesn't even matter. What did you say? You know, if you use the green or fire card on the 3rd floor and leave jammers, you could bring it over to the 4th floor when you pop the light card, and it will have jammers make extra lights. This was my worst run in a while, so I could lose. Oh, no, we win. Never mind. I use the green or fire on the 3rd floor. Well, that's why it says sometimes you're supposed to use the green guy and then the light guy on the 4th floor. But I just haven't been counting how many darks and hearts there are before it gets there to then count to 12 or whatever it is we need for the brick. Damn! What the heck? We went from like 1 or 2 people to all of a sudden 4. Yeah, the green does sometimes override that. You're not wrong. But the green would also override the Hamal that you use on the 3rd. Too many people? Kind of. Kind of. Okay. You're saying here I should use green and then Hamal? I don't think that worked at all. I think that was just complete waste of time, actually. It just made the jammers into darks, so... I think we're going to be fortunate enough with the number of light orbs here anyway, though. Okay. Okay, so what I should have done is separate and have a second dark combo there instead. What the fuck happened to my orbs? That was terrible. That was so bad. Oh, wait, so when are you using both of your Hamals then? What are you saving your Hamals on? Just to double turn, like, Hamal and then Hamal again on the boss if you don't one-shot, I guess? I guess that's what you're doing? Just potentially reasonable as well, I guess. I'll try it if I remember. So you're trying to do a brick of green or blue on the 3rd floor then? I mean, usually the light floor part isn't a problem. But, yeah. I guess what you would miss out on by not having... Because, like, technically you could one-shot the boss, and then if you do that, you don't get the extra dark one. But, yeah, I don't know. It would also make it easier if I don't one-shot, though. I imagine. Everyone's gone now after that? Come on. No, AP is weird sometimes. It just kind of, like, breaks for no reason, really. No, I mean, your thing could make some sense. Especially because the boss kill does not seem consistent at all. I've only had it happen once out of all the runs I've done so far. So having the double Hamal might be a good idea. one left. I won too much in a row. Good for my own good. Oh, we got vicious. Oh, we got Lala. La 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 la. I kinda. Oh, and they left. So that actually is a straight up dodge. Like they saw us and was like, "Oh, I'm out." All right, well, we got a couple of haters. No, it's probably. It could potentially be those two other people, Lala, and then whatever the other name was. They maybe were trying to do their own like 2-person 8Ps, but getting matched with me, so then they leave type of thing. Excuse me. You're not into AP? Oh, no problem, Dukester. Also, hello. Also, hello. Hopefully all is well in your neck of the woods. I'm either doing blue. I guess I'm doing blue guy. We're trying the vicious strat. And then we're supposed to save the jammers or something. I feel like that's not gonna kill the green one. Oh, it is, okay. Okay, we got too many light orbs that time. Okay. Definitely gonna kill that time. So now, I guess we Hamal. Because now we have 6 combos. This one actually could one-shot because we got the 6 combo that time. That had nothing to do with doing the vicious strat. We just got good orbs that time. Although potentially, I guess, not doing the one of these green or blue guys before doing the whatever. Low-key kicking it. Oh right, because it's a holiday today. That's good. Good. Have you done? So I know you don't usually do the rankings either, if I remember. So have you tried doing the title or the whatever the challenge thing is called, the Ardent challenge, I think? Oh shit, Pumpkin Hill? The fighting freak Knuckles. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna freak. Down at Pumpkin Hill, I got a thumb and lost. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. But it's around somewhere. Because I have no fear. You probably see crazy your graveyard theory. Try to approach me, you got wary. Ask you the question and the answer in a second. Vanish in a second. You've done some rankings, you have 3 crowns. So I don't know what else you miss out on. I know once you get like, what is it, 20 or 30 crowns or something? Oh, they left. They really don't want to play me, huh? Once you get 20 or 30 crowns, you get the No Skyfall badge, which for the most part only matters on other rankings, but it does speed up swipe team stuff farming at times, like Shiva Dragon swipe to farm whatever the latest medals in a collab are or whatever, that type of deal. But I don't think otherwise it's too big of a loss. I don't know what other things are unlocked by crowns, so I don't really know what you're missing out on. I think you could see that in the achievement tab though, right? I'm just going free. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. You can get the no skyfall badge because of something else? Oh, I didn't know that. A graveyard theory. A ghost tried to approach me, he got wary. That was a little slow, but just vicious, and it seems like they're tapping out after anyway. But we don't have enough for a brick here. So the great emerald's power allows me to feel. I went for the 6 because I figured I need it, but I don't think it's... Yeah, so this is why your strat's bad at times. Because then it's just where you just got completely screwed. And now this one doesn't even have a friggin'... This one doesn't even have a brick either, so we lose points there. Thankfully it doesn't really matter because the whole your thing going on. That's when your strat falls apart a little bit, but I didn't save 6 blue or green. But you're supposed to 6 combo that floor. Oh, that was bad. I didn't even look. Damn, no blues, man? Oh man, they're killing me on this run. What the fuck? I don't want to hear that. What up, Angel? I know you need a blob to kill it. I couldn't blob. That was the problem. The problem was that I was not able to blob because it didn't make enough orbs. Try the first Ardent level with Gino, lost quickly. Stealthy X Accelerator. Oh, I don't think I have that. That's the dark team that's like the motorcycle helmet person, right? Because that one, I'm going to try with Gino again, but I just need to bring something that has auto heal loop, which I have a couple options for. Angel, are you here because it's a holiday? What did you use, Vicious? I haven't done any of them yet. I went into one blind and lost because I didn't have the auto heal, but... I'm wearing the earbuds because wearing the headset when doing pad's annoying because of the look down and then the headset will like... Psh. Salty. Dark team. Oh, I assume that's an autocorrect of Selfie, the thing that Dukester said. That's my guess. That's my guess. Oh my god, there's a spider on my head. Oh my god, there's a spider on my head. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that we got 4 stand refreshes on, what was it, Friday or something, I kind of was like, oh, I don't want this. I don't want to feel obligated to use all of that stamina. No, 2 refreshes is enough. Need to pair with an accelerator friend, you need more accelerator friends. Well, I definitely don't have that team. Maybe I have one piece of it, but I know I definitely don't have the motorcycle head thing. Oh, you're asking if Dupster and you are friends? You probably should be. If you aren't already. Would be a reasonable idea. Would be a reasonable plan. Hmm. 2, 1. I don't think that's enough again. I think I did not count. No, it is enough. Okay. Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Okay. At first I was like, oh, there's no point of doing the blue bot, but there actually was enough to do a brick, so it did make sense. Holy moly, okay. Almost all of them have lead swap, would be nice to have. Lead swap is the bane of the exist. Ever since, it's just so bad. Lead swap Latins are so, I don't know what they can do to change it. Because, like, editing dungeons to not do that ability is probably off the table. Um, but adding an awakening that stops it would also be pretty shitty. Because then whatever equip gives that, like, everyone would basically need to run that at all times. You only gotta do, like, what, 8 or 9 more runs or something? Or 9 or something? I guess depends if I win them all. I gotta figure out how much time's left on the title and the Ardent challenges, too. Is the Ardent challenges an entire week? I don't think. Entire more week? I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't remember. After the 8P, well, you probably should be able to, assuming that Vicious is able to rejoin for me, or, you know, other people decide to play. Then I think we should be able to finish this before stretch break, and then maybe do an Ardent challenge run before stretch break. Then we have some free rolls to do, and then either more Ardent challenge or title attempt again. The starting rank, you think, is what was doing it? interesting. Interesting. Oh, I didn't do a row that time. Alright, well, I deserve that. So here we blew. My god. Okay. Great. Great. Love that. A thunderstorm just rolled through? I mean, it's been raining kind of the whole day here. How the fuck did that not kill? And then we literally don't have 6 orbs of any type. Beautiful. Well, good thing this isn't a real match, I guess. Jesus. Jesus. Yeah, today was definitely a sitting inside kind of day. Wow. Quite a run we got going on here, huh? Barely have time to do the first Hamal brick. Never mind. Not even gonna finish. Well, that certainly has to be the worst run in terms of an execution, but that's alright. Definitely going to come to CT then? Not even true? I feel like a lot of the time the weather comes from the west to the east, not the east to the west. I feel like the storms are always like Havens talks about it raining in New York, and then a day or two later it arrives here. Passing through Connecticut and such. That's what it always feels like. I mean, obviously there are things that come from the ocean side, but a new challenger has appeared. Alright, I actually have to make sure to try to do the run properly this time. Okay, we'll do a dark row. Okay. That's not enough. I have to just do this. We're not doing the Hamal strat. Or the whatever you call the other strat. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. Then I still have this plus the other one. Eco. Okay. Five. Oh, not enough for 6. That's kind of a bummer. Come on. Okay, we can brick. Alright. What was what was weather like for you yesterday? I will say I don't recall any thunder today, but also maybe I wasn't paying as close enough attention. I just know it was raining. Oh, I was saying for vicious. But yeah. Yesterday was rainy here, but less so compared to today, I think. I think today was technically more. Or like more straight shot raining. Oh, they said they... Who is this person? Who is this secret person, Saki? They tapped out? Sunny yesterday. I don't know what the hell's going on. Does that mean you had rain on like Wednesday or Thursday or something? Maybe that's what happened? Come on, we only need a few more of this thing. Dude, when I was doing the ranking dungeon, I was fucking moving. Once I finally figured out, once I like actually got runs going a little bit, my finger, I still kind of have a sensitivity on my because I was basically using this part, sort of the side of my finger to, that's what I do when I really need to go fast. That way I can press down and zoom. But goddamn. Death. It both was and wasn't tough, because once I actually figured out what I wanted to do, or like once I actually knew what to do, I got in a rhythm pretty quick, I would say. But it took a little bit to get into that rhythm. Or no, it didn't take a little bit to get into the rhythm, it took a little bit to figure out what to do for the non-Gojo floors, I guess I would say. Trying to save the jammers for Light Lady here. Now, if we get Hiko, we get this one, we do blue, then we do them all. Yeah. Yep. Then we'll hum all again. Ooh. I don't particularly enjoy... I mean, on one hand, I do enjoy winning every time. On the other hand, it does feel a little bit cheap that I'm just... But at the same time, if no one, you know, if no one's in 8P to play, then I will certainly take this over not being able to complete it. Because there's no way I would have the confidence in... If we didn't finish this today, I would have zero confidence in being able to finish it off stream tomorrow. Even though I'm sure people will be running it tomorrow to try to finish it for the last day. You know. You would think on the second to last day, people are maybe also trying to do that. And the fact that that's not happening also would mean I don't have a big confidence in that happening, you know, tomorrow, so. Chun. I feel like I've seen this person before. Not today, but other times. That was not as fast as I would have liked it to have been. The end part in particular. Okay. It's not enough for the green. I'm hamaling. I'm hamaling. This should be enough anyway. There's a ton of Zark orbs. Missing out on one green orb, but should be fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh man, both diagonals went wrong. We could have got a 6 combo there and potentially got a really big... Like that could have been a potential one-shot if we actually had the 6 combo show up. But it decided to bug off for no reason. So that's cool. Same here. I mean, this one's more of like bad orb luck kind of thing, but... I do know that you don't need to... So the first floor you should max combo so that you have a better chance of getting the max combo bonus. Second floor, you definitely could just do a row. I don't know what the math is on making your average combo higher or whatever, if that even matters. Feels like it would matter to some amount. I think that's the reason that it's said to do that they say to do that in the notes, as it were. I do wish they had the old system where you would get another free roll of whatever was happening from 8P. That was an actual good incentive to do it. Now it's like 5 stones, which is an incentive, but definitely not as strong of one. They just moved that free roll, I guess, to the login stamps instead. Free rolls. I mean, they give us, like... I feel like they give us more free rolls than they used to for every collab because of login stamps. I feel like we get at least 2 or 3 each time, and then 1 or 2 more from beating certain dungeons. And before, I feel like it was only 1 or 2 from certain dungeons, and then 1 from 8P. And not, like, a login one. Maybe 1 login one. You notice they move the last 5 stones to you have to get max amount of points? Yes, I did. I did notice that. That's why I'm still going. That's why this is still going. Especially because it's just you here. I'm mauling for sure. Could have got another dark match, but whatever. That's enough light orbs. Certainly enough light orbs. Yeah, not the best in terms of yeah, again, kind of screwed by that one green orb. We could have got 6 combos and potentially one shot, but I guess I'm stupid and bad. I know there is enough here to do another light match, but I want to get the multiple combos to get the 6 combos so we do a little more damage. Then this thing should be up. Okay. Only a few more to go. Oh, we also should do the 3P of whatever the beach Guyanaut thing? Is that what it is that we have to do 3P of? I think. It does seem like we are going to finish this basically right in time for stretch break, which is good, but a little disappointing that it took like the first entire half of the stream to do. I suppose if you are here, I probably don't need to. Like, I should do the quicker strategy. At least for the first 2 floors here. Which I think is just gonna be... one row. And then 1 row. Quite a song there. I was trying to see if I could use the blue guy. I don't think so. Because doesn't the blue guy only make like 3 sets of or 6 blue orbs or something? Oh, that's not enough of you. So with that in mind, then that means I should do this. And then that. And then we get 6 combos. Yeah. That's definitely faster. I appreciate it. I didn't get one of the awards there, I noticed. I didn't get one of the awards. Oh shit, it's real people. Hold on. Whoa, I joined the big lobby apparently this time. Oh, someone dipped. People trying to do their own separate groups, but I just am here for this one. Ruin the day. Or maybe I'll get ruined this time. It could happen. What title is that? Anyone know? Alright, I actually have to... Actually have to combo. Oh, I did this on the wrong floor. Fucking choke, artist. You idiot. Alright, well, that means we're definitely gonna have to Hamal now, and then... Yeah. Alright, well, here we go. Think that's gonna be enough? It might be a little close. No, it's fine. I must have missed some hearts or something there. This guy less likely to probably one-shot, but... I still don't actually know if that's better. I think 6 combos still might be better than the Dark Brick, but I don't know that for sure. It seemed a lot better. This can kill. Well, we'll see what happens. Even with kind of doing the wrong order of operations, there's still one with a lot of time left. Or, not one, but first to complete the dungeon. Now, perhaps the bonus points that I would have got from doing two bricks instead of 1 brick with 6 combo there. I mean, I suppose you got to imagine that if I had done the dark brick, but then done 6 combos using, you know, the blues and how I use the darks, maybe that would have killed instead because we got 2 darks. Probably would have, but I was already kind of behind in that regard. Alright, well, we won anyway, so. 2 more to go, hopefully. Right in time for stretch time into roll time. Ooh! I don't think I've seen this person. I've seen this person. Beat Bishop 875. Oh, we see Saki again. They're the person that quit out. When you quit out, does it still put you ahead of the bots, or no? Because, like, technically his score was... Wow, that's a lot of people. Technically their score is 0 and behind the bots. But maybe that's like a... I don't know. I guess it probably can't do that? Well, maybe it could. I don't think it would, though. I don't know. The song you heard reminds you of the intro to the Goosebumps. Well, pretty sure it was Paper Mario, so I don't know what to tell you. Pretty sure it was Paper Mario. Okay, blue row and then stuff. Oh, didn't give me that red match. It should still kill, but I'm just upset anyway. This is not enough to do the blue or the green, so I have to Hamal here. And I didn't even do the red row, so all that extra movement was for nothing. Pretty sure this is enough. Well, that should help even. that should actually help even. I don't care that I'm missing out on the blue match. It's not worth fixing time-wise there. Okay. So obviously, blue match first. That might be my fastest, 65. I feel like I've had something in the 50s, but 65. Ease. That's pretty quick. That's pretty quick. Pretty damn quick. Man, that minute takes a long time, huh? At least this one will feel deserved if I actually win. I mean, I still have 2 bonuses, so I would assume that I do. It's definitely harder to one-shot Hiko than it is to one-shot the red one that I don't remember the name of. $130 base score. That's definitely my highest base score. Oh yeah, it's all over. It's all over. Oh, Saki actually ran that time. Interesting. Alright, last run to get to 2K. Bosses have you seen they're equipped are pretty good charging up. Well, if you saw my ranking team screenshot in the pad channel, you would see that I used 2 Hiko equips for my ranking team that I crowned with at 0.3%. Because I was moving and grooving. You might not have been there at that point. I showed the whatever McCall it's at the very beginning of the stream, so That would make some amount of sense. Oddly enough, going with that. Usually I would do the row on the very bottom, but it made more sense to do the other two things on the bottom first. This is enough to blue. So I am going to do the strat, even though it does make one-shotting the boss a little less likely. Which I've actually gotten pretty decent at the last couple of sessions here, but regardless. Because the green doesn't really help as much. Yeah, I should have used the green thing still, though, huh? Definitely should have used the green thing still, though. I don't think the red, if I had done 6, was going to be enough to kill, but maybe. This, I feel like, is a much better chance of... Well, now I don't know what to think. I don't think 2 blobs are killing, are they? Oh, it is, okay. Alright, that's fine then. That's fine. Today is the 14th. Well, this kind of worked out decently. Thank you to everyone that did 8P runs. Best of luck to anyone that has theirs left. Unless I have to do one more, but I thought this was the last one, right? I mean, even if I come in second, I'm pretty sure this is enough. Unless I have to do one more and I was completely off, but... Nope, we're good. We got the 2K points. You're all done. Mail's full. Mail's full of stuff now. Login stamps. 8P, some login stamps. Whoops. Clean this mail out so that when we come back, we'll have some nice free rolls to do. I think some beach, some from whatever you call the current thing that's out right now. I don't know what you call it. The Pad Z Super Baduper. Yeah, that one. That's the one. That's the one. I'll wait on the Karen thing. Yeah, we got a number of free rolls actually, huh? Alright, now the mail is a little bit cleaner until we do the rest. Bonus egg machine, let's do that right now too. Nothing important in there. Alright, this one as well. Alright. So, what we have will be Pad Island, blank, Tri-Beat, heart thing. I don't know if this is a real thing that matters or not. Okay, let's get these other spirits out of the way, I guess. Couple spirit things to get out of the way. But there are some real rolls, as you can see. 6-star Pad Island, okay. 6-star Pad Island. We'll have to do the 3P beach dungeon. That's I think it. No, it's the Pad Z dungeon. I don't know what dungeon it is. There's some 3P dungeon we have to do. But okay, Pad Island, this, Pad Island, Pad Z. We got 3 free rolls. Okay. So, guess we'll keep the spooky music on. We'll get the first one of these add free rolls going while I go to the bathroom, fill my water, get my apple, etc., etc., and so forth. How much XP stock do I have? A good question. Oh, you're sitting on ads still. Alright, we didn't get anything on this one. Okay, number two. Number two. Oh, getting more XP stock from 8P rewards. That wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, that'd be pretty decent. How do I check that again? It's like up at the top thing, right? Where you can like hover to check your rank. XP or something? Or maybe it's where the stones are and you can click and hover? looks like the song is quiet. Up top. That much? That a lot? I don't really know. I don't uh sell stuff for XP stock. You can do that, right? Yeah, you can do that, but G's don't use it. I basically never use it except sometimes when I'm doing team build stuff, or I'm trying to evolve something and I didn't know that I need to level it, and I just kind of click through it because I'm like, well, I'm already here. Well, I'm already here, whatever. I don't do it that often, I'll use it then. Because isn't it technically like you get more efficiency in terms of XP by fusing because you get the ×2 or the ×1.5 a lot? Now, obviously, the benefit is that you save a lot of time by not having to click all of those things to fuse in, so that certainly matters. Sure. I haven't even used one stamina bar yet. Playing for like 2 hours. This 10p uses like no stamina. Tend to use it when you want to max skill certain cards that take up 30 or whatever. I don't get how that matters at all. Skills are using pies. What does that have to do with using XP stock? Not entirely sure. Well, I have to do one more stretch that's on the floor at least, so might as well click these things and let Snorlax eat while I do those stretches, huh? Then we'll get to the roll. The roll's multiple. Carnivore hasn't triggered very much today. Things should be probably lowish on energy. Ew. Happy New Year! Yeah, but what max level makes sense. Max skill does not. Wouldn't max skill just take from your pies and not your XP stock? Because XP has nothing to do with skill ups. You can use XP to get skill ups? I did not know that. I straight up did not know that. that is news to me. That is news to me. Okay. Pig's pies when you want to skill up. Okay, so you just say that you said the wrong word. I don't know what to tell you. Say that you said the wrong thing, and then we're clear of this miscommunication. That was your fault. I don't know. You said you tend to use it when you want to max skill. Okay, that has nothing to do with XP stock. So you started this. I don't know what to tell you. Whatever you're talking about then is not using XP stock, because XP stock is for XP, not for skills. I don't really know how else to say this. Like, in the name of it. Ugh. But that you were so adamant about it that I was like, okay, maybe I am wrong. Maybe you can use, like, put in some amount of XP and that just gives you a skill up. Like, what I think you're actually talking about is this screen. This. This is not XP. This is not the XP bank. This is the max screen. They are different things. Because if I was to, I like don't want to accidentally do it, but if you're on this screen, and I don't know if this is true, but you know, sometimes you're on an evolution screen and something needs to be max leveled for it to evolve. If you click this, a thing will pop up that says, do you want to use XP stock to make it max level so that it can then evolve? That's what I was talking about, and also that is using the XP stock. You were talking about the max enhanced screen, which is this, which also uses the max, which also uses the XP stock, but then it would also be using the flampies, etc., etc. I'm no longer going to reply to you because I know what I just said is correct. And whatever miscommunications were had no longer can be possible on my side or your side because I just went through it all. Anyway, Pad Island Machine. I mean, it was a little bit of both, but also, you know, a little bit of both. Let's just say it was a little bit of both. Stamp number 7. This apple, not as good as the one that I ripped off of a tree yesterday when apple picking. Should I be hyped by this? Beachside. $10354. That seems like that's probably good, right? I think this is something I should be excited about. I think. Pretty sure. Because this would be the thing that gets the special evolution. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Rod type, etc. And this one charges by 2 and then Hmm. Interesting. So it's a looping RCV and attack buff. Not bad. Certainly a lot worse options that could have taken place. I don't really know what is in this. Like a subset of things, right? And it's a big lead up here. Okay, who's that? That is A tier, apparently. I mean, solid healing stuff, RCV boost, etc. Okay. Healer type. I have a new healer type giving equip, which could be important for my title run. I think I didn't do one stretch here. Okay. So that is... Ooh! That is Shopaholic Seraph Archangel 10367. Okay, okay. I would say that went pretty well. Day 10. Six-star plus. Pad Island free roll. Login stamp day 10. Here we go. Oh shit. That looks important. Isn't that like a really good one? That's one of those 3-color. Oh, it's a board. It's a board thing. I can spell dildo now. Did we get a random dildo in that screen? I don't think so. Idle group, comma, hearts. 10360. This does what? 3 times movement. So you're on a 3 turn. And your thing here? Hmm. Interesting. Who actually uses the base form of this? Is there something that uses this right now? Or is this used as a leader for anything? With 2 heal combos. 5 times HP and RCB is a lot of those stats. Yeah, I would think the equip is the reason that this is good, or you know, on the higher tiers of sorts. Excuse me. All right, that was pretty sweet. Now, add the super god best free roll. Rolling, 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 rolling on the river. By the way, for young Gator, pretty much 7 o'clock is always the time to be checking in for rolls, generally speaking. At first I was excited. I'm gonna be honest. At first I was like, whoa, because I was looking at the left part. I was like, what are those dogs? Then I was like, oh, wait a second. As the rest of the image kind of became more clear, I was like, oh, no. 6237. Yeah, and I'm not surprised you've been here, but you said, like, unlurk. So I wasn't sure if that meant, like, you were lurking, but like the lurk that's like not even really paying attention level of lurk. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. I think those are all of the exciting free rolls though, right? I don't think there's any bonus ones to do here. No. So there's 6 days on that, and there's 7 days on the Ardent challenge, huh? Okay. Well, let's try to do this 3P first. Just got the news your insurance is totaling out your car. Does that mean your car got totaled, or is that, am I reading that, interpreting that wrong somehow? I'm actually gonna do this just for the 3P run here. That's not the right dungeon. That was just not the right dungeon at all. Okay, so it turns out, remember how last week I was like, oh, Hank's got the leader swap? Just kidding. Hank actually has 2 different ones, and I had used the wrong one. So that was on me last week, not on Hank. You got rear-ended and you told today it's totaled? Really? Totaled just from a rear end? I mean, was it like pretty intense, or was it like a little... Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You weren't, because last week I went into the title dungeon, but I accidentally partnered with the one that had the leader swap. And once I realized it mid-title, I was like complaining about it. I was like, oh, but I saw Hank with the VDP one. What happened? He changed it on me. I didn't bother to look. And then afterwards, I looked and I was like, Oh no, I'm just stupid. I mean, I was stupid anyway for not checking in the first place, but you know, it was part of it wasn't like really complaining in the sense of like, oh, it's his fault. It was more in the sense of like, oh, I'm stupid. Like I didn't check, I'm stupid type of thing. But it was fine. I did almost beat the title. Also, since the title has 6 days left, part of me is a little more interested in trying that as opposed to the other ones. But I don't know, maybe. Part of it is also that I kind of have the team still made from last week, so it makes some sense to try to use that instead of maybe end up accidentally making adjustments to the team while having done the Ardent challenge things. Who the heck is this? Cursed Worm. Oh, Accelerator. Yeah, I remember when people were trying to roll that to then, yeah, okay. Cost of fixing would have been 7K, but the damage was bad. You didn't think it was that bad to the point you would lose a car. Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully, hopefully the new phase of this process will be not so bad. But yeah, no one wants to have to deal with that kind of thing. So, best of luck. Is it an old car? Maybe that makes it feel a little bit better, I don't know. Sometimes it makes it feel worse, because you're like, oh, my car that I bought at like a relatively cheap price, you know, before, I mean, since COVID, used car prices have been insane, so, I mean, I assume they're still relatively, intense. I'm so off right now. Alright, it's actually a good thing we're doing this 3P first, because I'm not... If I had to go right into the title, I don't think that would have been a good idea. Damn. When it only had 10k miles. That might be rough. I mean, 87 isn't even... I mean, obviously it's some amount, but it's not crazy. Certainly had a lot of life left in it. I mean, my car is from like, you know, 2000X. So it's pretty old. Oh, your VDP got messed up. It's rather old, as the kids say. And by kids, I mean, I don't know. Me, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. There you go. I don't actually know what the equip on Hank's Geno does. I think the equip that's on it is the Geno itself. Oh, it didn't even overwrite. We're fine. Never mind. We're fine. I am trying to remember. I feel like last week was that we got all the way to the boss. but the minus orb numbers and the lack of healing was just a little too much. But then I think we had already made the adjustments slightly to the team. Or like, oh, maybe it was that we hadn't, but we were going to. It was like maybe that we don't need as much team HP since we're not trying to live that the DQXQ hit without using the HP boost. And instead bringing like some more TPA heals / OEs type of deal, I think. As well as potentially making one of these new equips. Ordeal Ra is in NA now. Okay, I guess I don't know what do I make of that? Is that something? Is that just generally saying it? But okay, I do know that he's rainbow related and that he's 3 attributes. I don't think he's machine type, nor do I think he's healer type. And then, from what I remember seeing, is that it like made everyone's damage cap high on the team or all the subs. But I don't think it would help the other issues we were running into on the boss. I still think we could probably beat the boss without adjusting anything at all, but it may make sense to make an adjustment before trying. Yeah, for definitely could be a strong unit. It had like 3 of those 5-color ×2 things, so it does like nuts damage and then makes all of the rest of your subs do better damage and whatnot. So I feel like on the Geno teams, a lot of the subs are not doing damage anyway. Like Miku is never going to be doing damage. It doesn't have any awakenings that would actually boost its damage because it's got all of the hazard stuff on it. I suppose Lavril could be doing damage though, for sure. This thing I heard is really good, and sometimes even also really good on Geno, I think. I think I've seen people using this. I think I remember seeing team builds that had this on their Geno team. Yeah, there's a lot of Ordeal evos I have not made yet, though. That's for sure. That's for sure. Ouch. Why is the levitation thing oh, does this dungeon doesn't have super gravity, that's why. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, this will get rid of the unmatchables, right? I guess not. I guess it doesn't matter. He don't care. He don't scare. Oh, that was the boss. I really wasn't paying attention. I really was not paying attention to where we were in the dungeon, huh? 3P, multiplayer, exclamation point, Pad Z Colosseum. Noise. Okay, so... Other thing I want to do before moving on is the Pad Island Exchange. Because a couple of things here that are actually decent now. I don't know if it's this one or not, but yeah, like that's pretty. I mean, that's a lot of OEs now. I think the other one became better too. Like they got buffed. Granted, I probably don't need 5 of them, but free real estate, I guess. Madra Deluxe Shaved Ice. $218? Oh, because I was running the dungeon to get the, what do you calls it? The Guy Not Gems, so I probably have a lot more of these than necessary. Tamadra's Swimming Ring. I remember this one a lot because I feel like this was one of the first equips. It was definitely one of the earlier equips that was something that a free-to-play player could have and get. And it does a full unmatchable, so not that I would need 6 of them, but yeah, you know. Get these because why not? Fortunately, they don't put the ones up for trade that I usually want, which is the Void Latin one, the Void Assist Latin one, and then, oh, I can get as many of those as I want. I'll get 5 more of these. Repeat. Especially now that we just, you know what? I'll do 25. Just because these equips have been using them a lot for this specific title. And then I guess the rest in this. Sure. Now, Gaia Knot. Okay. Do I have to awaken it and everything in order to exchange it? I'm kind of assuming I do. What am I missing? Oh. Fuck. Why didn't anyone yell at me? Come on, chat. What the hell? Why didn't any of you yell at me for that? What the fuck? That's so bad. Son of a bitch. That sucks. Alright. Alright. What dungeon would I... Yeah, I would just run this one probably and swipe with Shiba or something. Okay. Well, that happened. This was my ranking team, by the way. This was my ranking team. This assist was actually different. I changed it to this to help someone out. This was the... This was the 1000... It was this guy, so that he would have a blue sub-attribute, and then I paired with Iroh's Gojo, which was... Get out of the way. I don't know if he still has it up. Let's see. He does not. But it was like the Yogg one in terms of being blue, or in terms of being a dark taco, but it was dark red because the blue assist that I had in the Gojo gives it a blue taco. Anyway, so one of the changes that I definitely remember talking about was putting an assist on this Geno that would make it a healer type so that we would get even more healer stats. Or just the Muchiro so that we have some OEs. Now, I don't think these are already made necessarily, but let me check. Yeah, I don't think it was you. It might have been this. What are you on currently? Oh, you're on the other one. Right. Okay. Yes, so I did make that and put it on. I don't think we ran the title with this on that one at the time. These are already being used on our team. However, we are using both of their skills too, which is kind of important, but potentially on the Geno, the second Geno here, I could switch it to something else. I'm quickly checking my options again because I don't remember them all. Do I have Orihime? I think I do, right? I do. No, but it's just skill boost. Not that that's bad, but we could. That could still be useful because the delay. Although I think this delay is longer. No, it's 3 turns. So we could do this one, but this one also has a heal thing, and we don't actually need the skill boost for it necessarily. The team has 5 of those because this has 2 on it equipped. If I didn't have that, I would only have 4. Or no, I would only have 3. Because I would have 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. There was that assist that I think we just acquired that would give us 1, which was the Idle Hearts fan, I want to say. This, I think? It would give us 1, which could then mean we could potentially change the equips on the other guys on okay, none of those give healer type. This one has one that gives healer type though, right? Two team HP. Skill boost. Two heal TPAs would be pretty nice to have. So it's kind of about trying to like figure all of that out, basically. I believe that so here's the situation. We only need damage absorb once, and so I save it on this guy until we need it. I forget exactly which floor it is, but it doesn't really matter. And then we need it to give healer type. At the time, we needed something that had 1 skill bind, so we would have 5, but we could get that from the idle. I think putting the idle group's heart fan on this Geno would be pretty decent. We would get 3 different OE pluses, as well as an OETPA heart thing, it would become healer type, and then we would still get the skill boost, and we would get the skill bind, which would mean we could change this to a different healer type thing, but it would also need to do damage absorb, which could be the Orihime one. It could be the Orihime one. Because that does damage absorbent thing for a couple of turns. If we do that, following me still? If we do that, then we could also potentially change this, or just keep it, because we maybe won't need as many of the... We won't necessarily need the delay on here, but then maybe the team HP is just better and we don't have other options or something. There's a lot going on, basically. There's a lot of layers to this. A lot of layers to this. What I've come to realize. Oops, wrong button. Alright, hold on, I'm checking something. So, I don't have that. Pretty sure I don't have that, and I wouldn't want it anyway. Korone and Kugane. I think I have that? It wouldn't really... It would be more OEs, but it wouldn't really be better, I think. So maybe we would keep that anyway, but we wouldn't necessarily need the skill boost and stuff. I don't know, there's a lot happening. The 7 times is nice, I suppose, as well. I feel like I probably don't need the 10. I think, okay. I think it makes sense to do this. And this is a, you just saw me, the XP exchange happened there. You saw that? Saw that go down? Okay. So. Change that. I wish it just didn't even show these, almost, but it does make sense, too. It just isn't, it would be nice if I could chronological and then just find the thing that I was actually looking for, but that's just not possible. Till we find the part where it's things that are actually awakened. Okay. Now, you also have this on you, which you didn't before, I'm pretty sure, in the last run. So now the question is, do I keep this, or do I put Orihime's thing on it? H. Hime. Oh, this one also does healer type. And more OEs. Ooh, and charges by 3. And recovers 50% HP and orange. If I put that on you, that might be interesting. Would it? Hold on, let's check the other form again. Because what we were thinking about, because we do need the damage absorb and attribute absorb. So all this was really doing is giving more skill boost, which we know we don't need currently. But the reason to do that would be to maybe allow other things to be easier, I guess. In terms of not needing something that has a skill boost, but this is also just kind of one of the better healer equips I think I can make anyway. I think. There was that other new thing that I had just gotten. This one. What was yours again? +2 enhanced heal is definitely interesting. But we would already be trading out a team HP. And then you probably have to do next one later, been AFK for a while. My brain's just trying to like figure out everything a little bit here. It's a little much. A little much. Could also do the Leona equip, which is a plus OE, like double OE plus, like whatever you call this one, but it's like the super plus. And then it has an L, which would be nice for that one time we need a void, so that we could get rid of 5 in one turn, but probably not, because the skill that's on it is kind of bad. So that part's probably not worth it. I think maybe... I mean, that Orihime one's pretty interesting. Orihime one is pretty interesting, but... well, both of them are, I guess. This one, because of the OEs and levitation's kind of interesting. On the other hand, +3 is kind of interesting, because then maybe that means we don't have to run this one with the delay. This is already giving this, and then 2 team HP versus something that matters. I think I like this on this one. He already gets levitation on his own. We'll now have 1 extra OE. We just will have better stats in general, because of both of these are healer types now. I think I'm gonna run it as is here. I think I'm gonna try it as is. Yeah. I think that's the case. I think that's the case. Because we definitely didn't run it because we used Hanks. And that was before I realized I had this nice equip to use and put on my second Geno, because healer type stats are all boosted and everything, so yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense. And I think we're gonna give it a go here. I may mess up the beginning because it's been a week, but we'll see. If the run goes deep, then that's what obviously we're looking for, though. This is not the Ardent challenge, this is the title. The Ardent things don't need the healer type shenanigans at all. We do this, then we do this, then we charge by 2, then we... chill. Okay. So, we lived that if we had 4 colors, but we didn't, so that was just kind of unlucky, to be honest. We basically, the plan is to get 4 colors, which again, somehow we don't have, which is sort of insane. Sort of insane that that's happened twice now. But that's all we need. That one run. There we go. I'm pretty sure we live this now that we did that. Yeah. See? That's what I needed to happen. Now, that. We do this. We get our shield loop going. Now we're good to go. Well, you know, relatively. Relatively speaking. Relatively speaking, the music has stopped. I will hit the yes button. Roll the Godfest, the one that's like not that good that no one else wants to do. You missed the free rolls. We actually almost have enough HP to live the DQXQ part, but I think you need 55. Actually, it might be 53 something something, but I don't know for sure. I'm still gonna play it how I was doing it before. Okay. We got past the starting setup stuff. Now, I recall we need to maximize our HP. Maximize our HP. Do this. We need to do this to also boost HP because we're just kind of worried a little bit about it. Okay. We're good. We're good, we're good. What's the red guy? That is Hagios. Hagios? He is our cleric and our HP boost. The damage absorb person. That's what this equips for. Okay. Dark light blue. Dark light blue. I don't really care about the blue. I guess I don't really care about any of them, but I guess the light one's there. Okay. Alright, that's part 2 of things to go through. Wow, we lose so much stats. Okay. So this is an important turn. Okay. So we're gonna need to grab a red orb. These are both blue. My understanding is that we live this. Yeah. Now we get all of our awakenings back. Okay. Blue, red, red, so we don't have to move the reds. Okay. We do need to heal a lot. Does he do... I think he might do a preemptive that kills... No. Okay, never mind. No, I did not get that yet. Damn, 3 more turns of blinds. God damn, get the hell out of here. Okay, so red, red, green, dark, light, dark. Where's the blue? Blue's over there. That might be a problem, actually. I may have screwed up a little. May have screwed up a little bit by not matching blue there. I mean, we got the leader skill thing to go off, but we didn't really get any heals. That doesn't matter. Okay. It's actually good to know that I can stall on that floor in turn. I don't think I knew that before. Okay. Well, I didn't get the second heart match there, but... Okay. Oh, I don't think that's ever happened. Okay, we lived. This has been interesting. The owls are going off, huh? Let's see how much this heal TPA does. Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good healing. Pretty good healing. This will charge up the Miku. Oh, that charged that up. That's I don't think that's good. Ah, well that was the complete wrong order that you want things to be, huh? That was not the order you want that to happen. I just didn't know that's what it did. Probably would have been a good thing to check. Probably would have been a good thing to check. It does seem like Geno's not doing as much damage, but it's a little hard to tell if that is due to the board situation or... Oh, okay. Well, I guess the third sub-attribute I'm not seeing hit the 10 billion, but the first two are. I was looking at the left one. The right one wasn't, but that's because it didn't have its cap on. Didn't have its cap going. I am trying to make sure to do the L's because we don't actually have the Lavril shield here until what, another one more turn here. Oh, we're gonna lose. Oh, that's so unfortunate that we did the order of skills wrong there. I needed to use the... Basically, we needed to have Lavril shield up, I'm pretty sure, for this to really work out for us here. Which is a bit of a bummer. We also didn't get 3 hearts, huh? I think we gotta do this. I think we gotta do that. Only 1 heal TPA is probably not enough. Maybe I should have done a heal L and then just hope for the Skyfall, but I'm pretty sure without the Lavril shield we might be in trouble. I mean, I do have max HP. Oh no, we live! I would not have lived without it though, because of the 5,400 health or whatever. I only have 53 normally. So I definitely did need to use the Hagios. But okay, that worked. Somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. Here's where we need to use the Miku equip, right? Yep, that's why we saved it. Why we saved it. This is all part of the plan. All part of the plan. Our damage is slightly worse, but our healing and stuff is better, which I think is, in the end, going to matter better for us. Set up for Skyfalls, and it paid off. Uh-huh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Heal TPA, because can't heal shield. So might as well. The spooky music does kind of make it a little more, well, spooky. I'm on the edge of my seat a little bit every time now. I don't really remember what this does. Or the tortoise. Double genomes. Oh, I think we're just supposed to kind of go. Just continue fighting. I don't think it's anything crazy. Okay. I don't know how the blues got messed up there. Don't really know how that happened. Oh. Yeah. So we're gonna have to just wait through this. That might have been bad. That might have been bad news. That we messed up that first turn. Time will tell. I don't think the red L is gonna make that difference, but Alright, just... Yeah, it's not the best, but I can deal with that. I can deal with the combo negation. Probably just can't do any L's and stuff. Just gotta raw run it. Max comboing wise. Set up for Skyfall. Green Skyfall is boosted, and light Skyfall, and dark Skyfall. So we got there. Combo wise count. Alright. Should be easier to hit him to the resolve thing that I believe the Geno should then go through, which is good. We don't have the minus orb, or not the minus orb, the minus combo thing happening. So, another reason to do a hard L, in case something happens, I suppose. I am thinking about potentially needing to... Oh, that's bad. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Something tells me that that probably was not supposed to happen. I was going to say I was thinking about the...
Get out.
What the... I was thinking about the assist, but now maybe not so much. Oh, I almost got the second L there. But now I'm pretty concerned. Now I'm pretty concerned. I don't recall this happening. Well... Gonna be a lot harder to make a red L with the other assists, so I think I want to keep this one. I just couldn't do the L because I had done the movement poorly. Well, we might die. The video said that the Geno assist should have killed the tortoise without causing this problem, but somehow we're alive anyway. Somehow we're alive anyway, and this should be easier to manage this time. Oh my god. Tried to... Oh my god, the blue still? What happened, man? Oh my god. And I didn't get the heart L. I'm so annoyed. We're dead, right? We have to be dead. That's so stupid. That's so frustrating. Diagonal's not working. Spinner's not writing up right. That is annoying. That is annoying. Yeah, we'll do a sap. I'm just like last time. I would like. I mean, I basically have to do it off stream now. But as far as doing the title, because I don't think the stream will happen before then. If the title's gone, probably we'll have to do the Ardent challenges as well. But maybe I can look at the equips that I have available again that give healer type and whatnot, but I don't think there's much left for options of things that I have. Archangel Fan does more TPA heals. It would basically be the same as I guess it would be the same as that other one that I didn't make, the other Orihime one that gives the super gravity stuff. If basically if the Hime one here had the skill of this one, that would be quite good for me. Because then I would put this on the blue guy. He would do more damage then, and then we would get some more OEs. And he would still have the damage absorb that we need. Instead of what's currently on, which is this. Which is, fine, but the other one I'm pretty sure would be better for our needs. And then it has the 2. Oh no, it's not the 2 times HP. That must be the Archangel one? The other new thing that I got? The other new one? You're the one that does the 2 OEs, right? Yeah. The 2 OE healing thing. Granted, the healing there, I mean, we died because we didn't heal, but we also died because of some other bad things that took place. That was definitely livable. For sure. We do definitely lose some amount of damage with these changes that are on, with this stuff on the Genos. Because I feel like when I had the other equips that either give a 10C or another one of these, 5 enhance attacks or a guard break or something, the third sub-attribute was still getting to the 10 billion. Now, it's usually not getting to the 10 billion, which has made a difference. But we do get a lot more HP, which is nice. Although, again, I was talking about how maybe the HP isn't as important, and perhaps maybe the healing itself as well as more OEs. So I could see a world where I still change this one, even though 3 HP is obviously nice and everything, but this one we would keep because it's this already, and the healer type in that, but potentially could change the Geno for this, because it's only 1, or this because it's 2. I think that's maybe a little too much. Perhaps we would look for I don't know if I have any that give like damage plus that, or the Orihime one, which I already mentioned, I guess. I think I would gotta imagine that this is still better than just, I'd basically be changing just for one double OE TPA, or, well, no, that one, one of your forms does the 2 and a skill boost, but then this one does 2 team HPs and a heal TPA. It's still barely a difference, but maybe that makes enough of a difference. I don't know about that. For Wife's back. So I made it to the first stage of the boss, and then I kind of screwed up 2 turns in a row pretty bad, and it was not good. I screwed up, and I died. So we were just doing a post-mortem. The team can work. I know the team can work. It's just, and I definitely have way more HP now. I'm almost at that 54,000 whatever for DQXQ, but we're already kind of playing around that anyway with this whole strategy. But one annoying problem was definitely that turtle that did the assist thing. I don't know why it did that. Because the notes here say... What do they say? Heron Dragon, Leyland Pheasant, or Maymay Tortoise are here. All have 1% Super Resolve and about 1 billion HP. So double Geno with 10 million bonus attack should be able to bypass their Super Resolve shield. Oh. But I'm only running one as a lead. And this video also only has one as a lead, so I don't know why they... Let me see what they do here. Oh, they delayed it a turn. Because they had something that does a delay. I guess that could be a reason to... If this comes up, to not just use it for no reason. That would make the turtle part easier. Okay, that's good to know, actually. That's good to know. Okay, alright. I'm writing notes for myself to remember for the future. That's what that is. I think I'm still going to try to do it with this team before attempting to do it with, I don't know, some change. Some major team changes, that is. Because the healer, because hold on, let me read I already unplugged it, but this says, I can't read it unless I redo my stam. Healer enhanced, so that enhances everything, right? Damage and healing and HP. So I think overall that team is still better than the previous iteration. But anyway, I have to pee, and then yes, we will do super auto pets. Really would have liked to beat that title on stream. Dang. Who knows? Maybe I do a bonus stream on like Thursday or something. Okay. I wonder if the team can beat all dungeons, even though it probably has a lot of finagle. Oh, the accelerator Celty stuff? Nice. I gotta imagine I won't have time to do a bonus stream of the title tomorrow, but maybe I would have time to do a title tomorrow, which sounds like it doesn't make sense, but it does. I don't know how to say that. It does make sense, even though it sounds like, well, how is that possible? That you'd be able to do it, but not do it on stream. Well, because life. Alright, change category. Alright. Thanks to those that watched and hung out for Pad. The 8p was appreciated, for sure, from various folks. And, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get the other thing done, I guess. Is there anything else? Let me just extra check, I guess. So Beach stuff ends tomorrow. Beach exchanges end tomorrow. And we have, you know, however long for the monthly challenges, end of the month. Title is in 6 days. Ardent challenge is in 7 days. How many, does anyone know how many floors are in the Ardent challenge? I actually don't know. Is it like 5 or is it like 10? Or is it some in-between weird number? It's 5? Okay. The Advent's 5. Got it. Got it. That is good to know. Pause the music. Not that one. The browser like froze there for a second. That was a little spooky. Let me write down one last thing. Okay. Alright, chat. Here we go. Here we go. We just did our Puzzle and Dragons day. And now it is time to end with another SAP session, as per usual-ish for Monday. So, my interest, I've gotten a 10 win. I got a mana team that then was sort of, I mean, it was sort of mana team, sort of not a mana team. In the sense that we converted mana to trumpets with the Namazu or whatever it's called. Whatever, I'm gonna count it, okay? I'm gonna count it. Anyway, I don't know why I can't hear the music. It was just too quiet, apparently. I'm gonna run it back. Super Mario 3D World, that's a good one. I don't think I 100%ed that one. That was definitely something that I might consider to 100%. How greedy do we want to be? I guess I'll just take this as a guy. It was a game that I'm thinking about potentially being on the docket, as it were, for, or the lineup, as it were, for Mario Month in March. Last time we finally finished the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. Luigi World U, whatever. So this was really good for us last time. I do want to do a roll build, so I know I'm taking this. That's without a doubt. Now the question is, which one of these boys do we get rid of? Probably this one. This is nice. And if we're, I mean, the roll build that I'm probably looking to do, certainly I would like to involve the Worms of Sand, the Hamster, the Ammonite, and then, I mean, it doesn't have to be the Ammonite, you know, you could do nesting stuff, but I like this one. This one seems kind of cool, because then you can transform your scalers, basically, into stuff that's not, that doesn't have, you know, in-battle effects. That said, this is really efficient right now, but this isn't bad right now either. So it's tough to say. The other alternative, I guess, is if we do end up going mana, this maybe is a little bit better for doing that. That would be the other thing to consider. If we're doing rolls, a Bigfoot is not crazy either. And I'm willing to just switch that right there like that. Get our third roll, get our free thing. I mean, it's not free. Do I even want this? Free damage to the most healthy enemy once. Nah, I'll pass on that. Pass on that. Okay. Did you roll every time? They did. Well, I mean, that's just kind of sick, I'm gonna be honest. That was pretty sick. Does it make a lot of sense? Maybe not. But was it kind of funny to see it happen? Yes. Of course. Of course it was. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. 2. That's not what I'm looking for. Chickens! I was kind of hoping to get... So this is going to be a 4-6, which is slightly bigger than this. I think this actually makes sense this time. Well, it's gonna get 2 shots, I guess. It's gonna get 1 shot, I guess, because it's a 4-5 and not a 4-6. So whatever I was talking about was wrong. Whatever my math was wrong there. Damn, they gave so many farmer chickens. See you, Dukester. Probably time to do that. This I will take. I guess I'll buy it. Well, roll once because you got something that leveled that would maybe be worth doing. Okay, there's a level. It certainly feels a little bit late to the party. Oh, it sets the health to 1 + 5. So it's 6. Isn't that what it was supposed to be last time? Alright, I don't know what's happening. I am sort of both a mana and a roll team here, so that's been kind of neat. Oh, you're just gonna be so big at the front here, though. We sniped a thing, but it was not a... It was a tiny Thunderbird, so it didn't really matter. 3 health. Not really where I want to be. Feel like I have to take the level. Gonna be honest, I didn't say it because I didn't want to jinx it, but I was kind of thinking to myself, I sort of want to succeed without having to take a sea lion. But now I feel like I have to because we're losing pretty badly. So that's unfortunate. Also, if that showed up first, I would have done that and then bought the sea lion, but this level I am gonna save. In case we got something interesting here. In a way, it does make sense to do that here. Because it sets its health every time anyway. But it could get sniped before that. I don't know. Gonna do this. He is gonna get health from that anyway, I suppose. Dang. And turns out if we went Brain Cramp, we would have had a level 2 Brain Cramp instead of this Trout. You're not living this first hit. Oh, and he sniped it before it even got to do anything? Oh, God. Good God, man. Alright. You're gone. You're involved. Here we go. We'll figure that out in a moment. I mean, I don't even have 3 rolls, so... Summon a thing, and then for each thing, give it +1/+1 for each. So... This is giving 4 mana to something. This is going to be a 5. You're just bad. Give it to him instead. Okay. The Nessie is at least something that can be interesting. The Mana Hound and the whatever it's called, the Bunyip, that can go away. Okay, some shots, but not crazy. Trade there, so only one trigger. And then boat. Alright, alright. I'm definitely gonna take this now. Okay. I think I'd rather just double Nessie for the moment. One. Okay. Could do this to gain some extra mana in the meantime. I don't think I'm gonna keep this long term. I think we're gonna look for another roll upgrade of sorts. Yeah, I'll put that on the Sea Lion probably. There's obviously been still more developments in the Pokemon leaks over the day. Ah, 1 HP short, huh? Can we beat this thing? Wait, why did the second boat not get any buffs? What? Why did the second boat not get any buffs? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Oh, if it's your first boat, reading the card explains the card. Fuck. Fuck. Damn it. That would have been good to have done correctly, huh? We gotta do a couple more rolls here. But this Mana Hound could certainly leave. Or we could just get rid of that thing again. I took it this turn just because it'll give us some money, but I have made this mistake. The honey on it, I've made that mistake. 12-12, that's pretty beefy. We got enough left in the tank. Okay, and I got some extra money too. Alright. I think... Move 2, attack, and give health. I don't even really know if I want... I mean, it is just more stat, I guess, but... There is the whole, oh, I don't want to run Sea Lion, but they didn't give me the Sandworm, so what do you want me to do? The money was nice. They're not necessarily together a unit guaranteed, but I guess I can do this. And then just more health, I suppose. And now we want some rolls. I don't think I'm even gonna level 3 that. Well, it's gonna screw me, I guess. Give Baguette. Remove the front enemy perk once. I guess. I don't think that's gonna matter too much, but... Is there a max? Up to 5. This is infinite? This is not... I mean, I guess it's kind of infinite. Okay, that's worth buying. Amster is interesting, but... Maybe I should have put the Baguette on the Ammonite, because I'm more likely to keep that and switch this for something cool. Looks like we're half roll, half supported by Sea Lion. Okay, they got the Sandworm that we've been looking for. Wow, that didn't even kill. That's really bad. Yeah, we don't win that one, huh? Well, that's kind of a bummer. Because just that one big guy at front ruined the whole thing. Just a couple of unfortunate rounds in that early-ish, mid-ish area. Stings a little bit. Stings almost as much as people being annoying about those Pokemon leaks I was alluding to. Because one of the bigger developments over the day was I'll reach the top of the mountain. Was the Typhlosion shit. If you don't know,
I don't know. I don't even like want to talk about it as part of the problem. One of the big parts of this leak that happened so far was there was a lot of lore that was dropped. And by that, I mean there was... Do I even want to combine these just to run a friggin' gopher? I guess. Actually, I'll put it at the end. Basically, like, the beginning... Like, they basically wrote, like, the Bible Big Bang aspect of Pokemon. Like, the beginning of it all. Which was cool. No doubt. You lose. And it was really, like, well thought out and whatnot. This was during, I think, Gen 3, Gen 4, that kind of time. This was sort of all coming together, where they were trying to think about how to basically make their lore, as far as... Because that's kind of what they were doing at the time with Arceus and everything. So they were sort of trying to figure that out. And... that is a way to stat an early unit. I'll say that. Team is not looking great. Team is not looking great. But they were trying to come up with, like, the mythos and everything. So it was pretty neat to see that stuff. Behind the curtain. Peel behind the curtain and whatnot. But... as part of this kind of trying to figure out how they want to do this world building, this lore, this background, you know, they were experimenting with some weirdness a little bit, for sure. They were experimenting with a little bit of weirdness, no doubt. And part of that was sort of the relationships between people and Pokemon. Okay? So, there were relations, let's say, with people and Pokemon in some of these stories. And they're written the way that you'll come across people talking about them as if it's like some erotica or some shit. It is not that. It's like reading a Greek mythos story. If you've read or even learned history in any of that way, that shit's crazy. It's like they had sex with a rock and it made a guy. Like, you know, it's like it doesn't even make sense. And it kind of is like, it's basically like that. But the internet likes to overreact, of course, and then, you know. Oh, Typhlosion forced himself upon somebody? What the hell? Yeah, so there's like 4 or 5 stories that involve people having relations with Pokemon, various ones. And I'm just kind of hoping, I'm debating on leveling this. I kind of feel like I have to. I'm pretty much debating on whether or not... Damn it. I'm hoping, rather, that people will... Do I even care about that? I guess I can't really get anything else, so... Does that work in... Oh, it does work! Science, that was for science. Sex with the rock Geodude, yeah. I'm hoping that it doesn't turn into an annoying thing where... For example, whenever Vaporeon is mentioned anywhere, in any form, people start referencing that meme of Vaporeon stuff. I hope that doesn't happen with the others, It does kind of feel like we're more of a mana team, huh? Than a roll team? Damn, we would have had a level 2 Bigfoot, that hurts. Spend mana to summon 1/3/3 pet with this and pet. And that can work with this, and then we get rid of that next turn, I guess. Who knows? We could still bumble our way into a roll team, but it certainly would have made more sense to just buy the Sea Lion and then start pumping the Brain Cramp, just because it gets melon armor and whatnot. And we could still do that, but we could also just do the rock. I guess we're going mana team. There's no law against the Pokemon Batman. Yeah. The other part of it for me is just also that there's actual cool stuff that is in the documents, or like in all the leaks. Like more beta sprites got shown from Gen 5. There's Gen 3 ones. There's like some Gen 4 stuff a little bit. There's get rid of you. This, I guess this, because we could hit those. I don't know the math on that. On average, this might blah 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 blah. All right, whatever. Great. It's just there's a lot of cool stuff. there's the actual lore things. There is the things I've already discussed a little bit. Damn. Well, we lose. Damn, I feel like our team shouldn't be doing this bad, but that'll help a little bit, I think. Okay. I can't fuse you yet. No, I can fuse you and then buy something. Don't have trumpets. And we don't, I mean, I guess we take this because it's just pretty good value, but doesn't actually do anything for us right now. One other actually really cool thing is that there is, I probably just should, I mean, that's a lot of mana to add, to be fair. How do you say this? I guess, so the actual anime, like the TV show, like the old shows and everything, there are documents. Ooh. We know this guy's good. We know that guy's good. I mean, we could basically just straight up get rid of both of these, and then just the rock gives it all to him. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. The Nessie doesn't really do anything, but we could also just throw in the Sea Lion as well. But there's also... Okay, do this because this is potentially getting leveled. And then we're not doing the Nessie, and then we do this. Okay. Character sheets, like, I don't know if that's the correct word, technically, or whatever, but it's, almost like showing walk cycles and designs and, kind of guidelines to how to draw characters in the anime and stuff, like the old anime, as well as stuff up to, like, even, I think I saw some Gen 4 things, and... Guess we could take that, but what are we getting rid of? We need more mana. We could get rid of this, but I think we kind of need this at this point. And then either it's the one extra enemy is a lot. Oh, you summoned 2 pets. You should be back here. I think what we really want is the Sleipnir guy, and then do that instead of the rock, perhaps. But they have it for all of the Pokemon and characters in the anime and stuff. So just every single Pokemon, Bulbasaur through whomever, until I don't know what generation of the anime, but it's I don't know. I personally think that's pretty sick to have access to those documents. That's cool as hell. Now on a completely different note, getting this leveled helps a lot. Yes, that would be quite good. I guess we're not doing this. And it hits an extra enemy. But this is already level 2. I've been getting a lot of tweets on my timeline that are the... Ah, damn. That was not a good trade. But I made 2 guys. Okay. If Dragon Ball Z took place in New York is like the thing, and then a gazillion people quote tweeted with all sorts of clips of people going all sorts of crazy and then writing like a caption of when Cell kicked Goku in the nuts or whatever it is, and that is pretty funny, no doubt. That is pretty funny. So we could get this to level 3, but what we really need is this thing to then give mana to these guys, because the rock itself is really just not enough. Was hoping to get the Sleipnir guy with that play. Did not work out. However, I'm like almost tempted to do this, because we know the power of this with just one, like it's gonna be 12 mana on this, which is gonna be quite a bit of trumpets. But I think you have to do both at this point. Yeah, this is just another weird like half hybrid situation. Okay, they're going with mana on their Manticore. 18, that's pretty big. Ooh, that worked out really nicely for them. In terms of the, how big is that? How big is that thing you got back there? It's so rough that you don't know how big the boat's gonna be until it pops out. I mean, I'm sure I could like hover over it or whatever, but... The pepper would be interesting, for sure. I think I want to give him a little more. It's not the best use of money, but I think it'll help some. We really need the Sleipnir, but I just already feel it's probably too late at this point. 18. Trade. We won? We won? We won, okay. If we can get this thing to level 3, though. If we can get that thing to level 3, though. Yes, I will just do that, and then I will do this. I'm pretty sure I'm always going to buy the big mana pot. You gave up on Pokemon after Ash met May and her brother? That's like 20 years ago? That's a long time ago, man. 30 trumpets. They don't have mana, so they don't really get the benefit of it. Okay, our team is starting to turn a corner a little bit. Starting to turn a corner a little bit. The sea urchin on this wouldn't really do anything because nothing's behind it. I guess you could do this. The Sleipnir is just not going to show up, huh? I kind of almost want to freeze this because we're getting health on everything and we could use some attack. But it is definitely a choice, I'll say. Level 3 on this Namazu guy, the big catfish, my Wishcash man here. You're going to shoot my melon, I'm guessing. Yeah. You don't have a lot of stats, though. You don't have the most stats. I think we got this? We got this, we got this. We got this, we got this. Okay. Stats? Stats? I mean, I'm almost, and now I'm almost like maybe I do need to level 3 this. Because even if we got a Sleipnir guy at this point, it's probably a little too late. Level 3 and the mana pots are probably what we're looking for. This team looks pretty stacked. Okay, trade there, trade there. I think we can... Oh, that's a big boat. But our dog is big enough, and then... Oh. Good God. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, there's one level 3. I gotta imagine that the level 3 is better than the mana pot, but I will be freezing the mana pot. Achievements unlocked. This could be our time. Oh, could you still win with this is the question. I'm gonna feel bad a little bit if you lose because of all that, but you might just end up with a lot of. No, we win. We got this dog. Oh wait, you got some big stuff. Hold on, maybe we do lose. We lose. Congratulations on your sloth win, Captain Oates. That was pretty sick. Now our problem was just that we never got the Sleipnir to then put behind the Sea Lion to then give mana to both of these that would be a lot stronger than this rock. Oh, that's cool, I guess. I guess the game doesn't want me to have fun. That's cool too, I guess. Well, that's like just, I'm gonna be honest, that's just a really not fun finish. Just the god roll team that I wish I could have ever seen. Yeah, I would say this session was pretty summed up by just not seeing the pieces I wanted. First run trying the roll team, never really saw the sandworm. Felt compelled to have to keep a sea lion to have some sort of life. And then this run was... didn't really get handed the roll stuff either. Felt compelled to do mana. Kept not really seeing anything. And then again, compelled to do these two because the team was otherwise really weak without a lot of mana gathering. 2 level 3 achievements, but not the real level 3 achievements. So pretty rough runs this week in terms of wins. Only 1 win. It's been a while since that's happened. Only 1 win? I mean, we had a lot of 7s and then the 9, but the 10 was hard to get to. I mean, late rounds on these too. 15-15 with only 7 wins. I feel like other weeks get to 15 at like 10 or something. 10 wins at that point a lot of the time. So if you get to these 18-16s, it can be really tough to squeeze out a win. I imagine a melon on the Chimera would have helped a little bit. Obviously not for that last team. We would have got completely wiped off the floor. Perhaps the team before that had a sweet mana team with the Kitsune and a bunch of spawns. Maybe the melon would have helped to squeeze out a draw or something, but yeah, who knows. Well, the roll teams still seem to just not work with me. They seem to keep dodging me one way or the other. There was another roll team potential some weeks ago, but it never came to be then either. You can't say I haven't been trying. You can't say I haven't been trying. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Is what it is, I guess. So, in summation, we just kind of failed a lot the whole stream, huh? It may not be true, but you can. You were 8 when Pokemon came to USA. I did see that, I just didn't read it out at the time. You were like born in 1990? Didn't Pokemon come to USA in like 98 or something? Yeah. What a nerd that I know that, huh? Because I was like, it came out in Japan in like 96, I think. But it took a while to get over here. But once it did, oh boy. Once it did, oh man. I was almost tempted to go for a third round there, but I don't know. That weekly just seemed to not be nice to me, I guess. So I was like, I think it's a sign to just pack it up on that one. It was also like time-wise 30 minutes, and the timing on it all was fine, so it was reasonable. Wednesday, we will be continuing with the wood carve Wednesday for sure. Now we have 2 parts that move, the ball up top, and now the chain, so that's fun. The chains are looking a little more rounded and chain-like, so that's nice too. And hopefully I can set up and test the second camera. That would be nice to be able to do as well. Pokemon and DBZ are the reason anime is popular in the West. Yeah. I guess you could, I mean, I almost don't even count Pokemon in a weird way. Kind of, I think some people don't count Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! In a way for whatever reason. Like, it is, but the way it was experienced was almost more like a cartoon. But DBZ, for some reason, was more anime-like. Because it was followed whatever that type is called. Shonen type anime. Which I guess Pokemon is sort of like that to an extent, but it's like a little bit different. I mean, the next follow-up pieces after that, it gets interesting, right? Because there was, you know, all the stuff on Cartoon Network and Adult Swim, whether it's Naruto or all those other shows that I'm not even going to try to remember because I'm going to forget one and then someone's going to get mad. My favorite anime! He didn't know it! He forgot that it was on Adult Swim? What the heck? Or not Adult Swim, Toonami, my bad. Not Adult Swim, Toonami. Me saying that alone was already a crime, mixing those two up for whatever reason. So yeah, Woodcarve Wednesday for sure. I feel like I might have trouble. I may come at an impasse where I have to either choose on trying to set up the webcam or figuring out a game to play before Woodcarve Wednesday. Or, like, Woodcarve Wednesdays have been mostly a game for the first half and then Woodcarve for the second half. Figuring out the game might be a little challenging if I have to spend a bunch of time trying to get that set up. So we'll see. Yep, those are all ones that were there for sure. I just didn't want to try to remember them all, really. But yeah, that's the plan. Is there anyone playing? I guess I would just say go to the Puzzle and Dragons category and find people. Otherwise, I would say check out Vinesauce. He's playing Dreams, but he's doing weird, spooky, Halloween-related levels, I believe. That would be my choice of where you should go. Otherwise, I'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry that I failed title again. At least I'm making it to the boss somewhat consistently. That's pretty good. And then kind of failing in SAP, but whatever. I'll catch you next time. Make sure to wear sunscreen and moisturize, and have a fantastic evening. Until next time, deuces.